So the Tyson Fury-Deontay Wilder rematch is now officially off the table for the time being. The WBC have come out and officially confirmed that the Wilder-Fury rematch won't happen next. No sooner have we heard from that Shirley Finkel's come out and said that Deontay Wilder is expected to be out again come May the 18th. Now, more than likely, that's going to be against Dominic Breazeale, I think, just to get the mandatory situation kind of over and done with. So I think the view is to have the rematch maybe in September to give Fury an interim fight in the meantime, and obviously Wilder will take probably his mandatory against Dominic Breazeale in the meantime. Now, from a logic point of view, I think that this makes a lot of sense for Tyson Fury. It gives him kind of more time to get ready for Deontay Wilder. It gives him a chance to take a step-up fight without going, straight into a fight with Deontay Wilder. Since he signed with Bob Arum, he has the likes of Kubrat Pulev, Joseph Parker. I'm not sure who else is signed with Bob Arum on top rank in terms of heavyweights. I know two of them. Brian Jennings, of course. So I can imagine he take a fight like that. There's been talk of a Joseph Parker fight. Realistically, the three heavyweights that Bob Arum has, Joseph Parker, he's coming off a win over Alexander Flores with back-to-back losses over Dylan White and Anthony Joshua. Kubrat Pulev, he's coming off a good win against Fury's cousin Hughie. That might be an interesting fight. And as for Brian Jennings, he was stopped by Oscar Rivas back there in January. So, it's not a stellar lineup, if that makes sense. They're decent fights for Tyson Fury, and I think he could win all three of them. But, they're not names that you would expect, to have heads turning. But I don't think that that's what they really want. I think that they're still trying to get Tyson Fury through his rehabilitation at this minute in time. And I think that obviously a fight with either of the three is a winnable fight for Tyson Fury. And I think that's kind of what Team Fury want to do. And obviously, he's a big name at this minute in time. He's probably the second biggest name in the heavyweight division. So Bob Arum and Frank Warren are going to probably try and milk him. And if they have, we'll say, a Kubrat Pulev fight, they could put that on BT Sport pay-per-view, ESPN. Should be shown in the States. So it's good from their point of view. And Deontay Wilder, he's obviously going to want to take an interim fight as well in the meantime. So a fight against Dominic Breazeale, I think, would make the most sense for Deontay Wilder. It would be a nice little yardstick to use if he was to, if he got rid of Dominic Breazeale in quicker fashion than Anthony Joshua did. I don't see much. It is heavyweight boxing at the end of the day, but I don't really see much risk in Wilder fighting Breazeale. Breazeale is very slow. He's not great defensively, and I think Wilder would, find a home for the right hand and would spark Dominic Breazeale out reasonably early. Maybe not as early as AJ, but reasonably early. And those are my thoughts on this. I think we'll get this rematch. I think that at the end of the day, both guys are big, not big names. They're not like Anthony Joshua level names, but they're getting bigger. And I think both of the guys maybe want to milk it and try and get an extra interim payday fight in the meantime. There's always a risk in heavyweight boxing that they could get beat in the meantime, but if both of them come through it, I think the rematch in September would make a lot of sense. And I think that it would make it a bit easier for both guys to sell maybe, because I think maybe the anticipation will be kind of more there for it, especially if both guys have good performances in their both interim fights. So be very interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I was looking forward to this rematch. I was hoping it would have got made, it would have got announced, but I think that given everything that we've seen with Fury signing a co-promotional deal with Bob Arum, maybe we shouldn't be surprised that the rematch is kind of, I don't want to say falling apart, but it's definitely been pushed back, definitely. So, those are my thoughts on this. At the end of the day, I think that if we're talking about, if say for argument's sake the rematch does happen in September, I think it benefits Tyson Fury more than it would benefit Wilder, because it gives him more of a chance to get rehabilitated. He'd be back over a year then, he would have had, 4 fights, and you could argue 2 of them would have been against good opposition, in Wilder, and then whoever he fights in the interim. I'm assuming it won't be a Francesco Pianetta of the world. It'd be, as I said, a contender like a Kubrat Pulev or a Joseph Parker. So, I think it's good in that sense, but, for the fans who wanted to see the rematch, obviously it's not good. So those are my thoughts on this. As always, please leave yours down below. If the quality is not great, then I am sorry. I'm recording this not in my usual setup, so if there's any background noise, I apologise for that. Anyway, leave your thoughts down below. Please leave a like on the video as always, and I will talk to you after.